Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. The 9th District U.S. Court of Appeals over in California is at it again. Just a day and a half ago on August 3rd, Friday, the 9th District Court of Appeals in a 3-judge panel shot down a lawsuit that was challenging the California safe gun roster. This roster came up in the Unsafe Handguns Act. That case came out in 2007, and it put 3 criteria basically on any newly produced firearm in the state of California. It had to have a loaded chamber indicator, it had to have a magazine disconnect feature where when the magazine came out the gun wouldn't fire if there was a round in the chamber, and it also required what many companies say is unobtainable, the micro-stamping requirement, in which every round fired the gun would transfer unique information from that firearm to that shell casing to help law enforcement with the identification of what gun shot that round. Totally unobtainable by many standards, which is part of this lawsuit was saying that that requirement alone made it unconstitutional because it's an unattainable goal, and it can only limit the amount of guns that are available to citizens in California, thus violating the Second Amendment and the 14th Amendment, etc. Now, guns that were produced prior to this act being enacted were exempt. However, a part of this complaint, they said they couldn't buy many newer models of Smith & Wesson, anything newer than a 4th-gen Glock, or many of the most popular newer Ruger models because of these requirements. Now, I'm going to read you a quote from one of the judges on both sides. One for getting rid of this case, basically upholding the ban, and another saying that the ban is stupid. So you make your own judgment. The first is going to be from U.S. Circuit Judge Margaret McKeown, who is a Bill Clinton appointee, and she says that the chamber load indicator and the magazine detachment mechanism and microstamping requirements place almost no burden on the physical exercise of the Second Amendment rights. So she's saying no matter how we regulate it, you can still carry the gun. But not if it's not available because of all the loopholes you put in them, dumbass. Furthermore, she said that the chamber load indicator and the magazine detachment mechanism requirement fit within the state's interest in public safety. The majority also found that the state met its burden of showing the microstamping requirement is reasonable to assist law enforcement at crime scenes and is a valuable means of identification. I don't know any police agency on the planet right now that is equipped to handle microstamping. Just nope. Never mind that the companies aren't equipped to do it on an individual gun basis, etc. Now, the dissenting opinion, this is the judge who says this is ridiculous. This judge, whose name is U.S. Circuit Judge Jay Bybee, who is a George W. Bush appointee, he disagreed with the microstamping requirement, calling the state's testing protocol so demanding that no gun manufacturer can meet it. Kind of like what I said. You put so many requirements on it that they're unattainable, thus banning the gun. It's just backdoor gun control. Now, this just piggybacks off of many citations, complaints, and cases that have been brought up about this since it was instituted. Even the National Shooting Sports Foundation has come out and said that, this microstamping thing is impossible, it's unattainable. And many believe that this is backdoor gun control. I don't see it as anything else, but you tell me what you think about this. Also on Friday, in California, another 3-judge panel took up the case where people were challenging the California Gun-Free School Zone Act. Basically, that act said you couldn't have a gun within 1,000 feet of a school unless you were a law enforcement official, and the fact that you had a concealed carry license didn't matter. And 1,000 feet is a pretty good distance. So part of the issue was, like, say I'm just across the street and I'm being mugged. Now I can't have my right to defend myself because there's a school that happens to be within 1,000 feet of me. But that was thrown out saying, too bad, so sad, this is our empire, you are just servants and deal with it. So California, 2 shots against gun owners, shocker. A lot of stuff happening in California lately. What do you think of this situation? What do you think of this scenario? Is it going to get any better? Is it going to get any worse? You all know how I feel. I look forward to your comments down in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider sharing this amongst your friends, because an informed populace is a powerful populace. Until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapon. Take care, everybody.